Hello students, let's continue from where we have ended yesterday in the last video. Let's see Article 26. Now Article 26, in simply it refers to the freedom to manage the religious affairs. That means this article provides that every religious domination has the rights that is subjected to morality, health and public order. This particular rights give us the freedom to form and maintain the institutions for the religious and charitable intents. This right provides us the freedom to manage its own affairs in the matters of religion, as well as to acquire the immovable and movable property, the right to administer such property according to the law. So according to Article 26, you have the freedom to manage the religious affairs on your own. Moving on to the next one, we have Article 27. Now, Article 27 says that freedom as to the payment of taxes for the promotions of any particular religion. That means, according to Article 27 of the Indian Constitution, there can be no taxes, the proceedings of which are directly used for the promotion and for the maintenance of any particular religion or any particular religious denominations. That means when it comes to Article 27, there should not be any kind of a payment, there should not be any kind of a taxes which can be used, or the collection of money which can be used for the promotion or for the maintenance of any particular religion. Next we have is Article 28. Now what does Article 28 refers to? Article 28 refers to the freedom as to attend any religious instructions or worship in certain educational institution. That is referring to that according to this article, if there is a particular institution, educational institution, which has been maintained by the state, at that particular educational institution, there should not be any kind of a religious instructions to be provided to the students, if that educational institution is being maintained by the state. Please listen it to very carefully, that according to Article 28, if an individual educational institution is being maintained by the state, then no religious instruction shall be provided. Thus we can say that all the four provisions which are there under Article 25, 26, 27 and 28, according to these provisions, we can say that our constitution or Indian constitution provides equality to all the religion to sustain and nurture the principle of secularism. Now when it comes to the term secularism, it means separation of religion from the government, social, economic and the cultural aspects of life. Now India is a secular country with no state religion. India doesn't have an official state religion of its own. It provides equal respect for all the religion and faith. So India is a secular country with no state religion. So in this video we have discussed regarding the three provisions which are there under Article 26, under Article 27 and under Article 28. This much for today in this video. Tomorrow we are going to proceed with the next fundamental right. Thank you, class.